morning, everyone. Hi, Cree. Hi, Texas girl. Hi, Sue. How are you? Hi, Gargamel. Hi, Steven. Hi, Rabbit. Hi, Miss Lisa. Hey, Debbie. Let's see. I think I got everybody coming in. Hey, Forever Young. Hi, Ring a Home. Hope everybody's having a good morning. I'm sure I'm having. Hey, Inquiry. How are you? I'm sure I'm having a better one than Ogre wherever have. I was gonna go on a live and just drag the hell out of her, but then I would be just as petty as she is. I think that by just knowing how long she went on live trying to drag me and going into people's chat DMs trying to get people to turn on me because she's got to try everything she can looks worse on her than on anybody else. Because I'm not going into people's DMs. I'm letting people see her for who she is. And that's just doing that works. Because people see how desperate she is and how stalkerish. Hold on a second. Let me close the door real quick. Hold on. So while she was I don't even know what she talked about. It was like 3.5 hours of I still haven't heard it. But I've heard clips of it, and you're so full of shit. And you can say a million times, "You're so happy. You're so happy. You're so happy." Hey, Jane Lee, how are you? Hi, Sidiana. Disturbing psychotic. It is. It's extremely disturbing and psychotic. Are you kidding? It's really bad. But she wants to be like, "You're so happy," and then she says to Sarah Z, um, that what was it that she? Let me see if I can get the clip. Hold on. Hey, Sally. She says that she told Sarah Z she didn't tell me because I'd be homophobic. Are you fucking kidding me? They all lie. It's all the same shit. Find out where I was making fun of somebody who's gay in a chat or something. Go ahead. They're so full of it. And hold on, you want to hear another racist one? Oh wait, Brooke. I wanted to tell Brooke something. Brooke, when I told Brooke about when we were talking about Glenwood and going back to prison, Brooke, you're the last person to find out. If you think that I don't know how you are, hey Sally, if you don't think I know how you are, that anything that's told to you, you run to Anne, and Anne turned on the camera and was trying to be like here's the breaking news. She's not faithful to Jules. Gotcha, Brooke. Jules knew before you did. See how easy it is that you think that you can talk to people and pretend like you're their friends. See how easy it is to flip it on you? And then Anne to look like the idiot that she is and go live and say, breaking news. Breaking news is that Brooke is a snake and Anne fell for it too. I love it. Makes you look like the fool that you are. But here's what I was gonna say about Vault. Vault, you keep making fun of it, of dementia, when your mother has dementia. I work full time. I do all my stuff by myself. Does your mom do that? No, right? Because she has dementia. So don't make fun of people who don't have it and pretend like they have it. I don't think your mom can hold a full time job, right? And you've been dealing with it for years. So how is that okay for you to keep making fun of it? I know, and she keeps mentioning it like if I have it, chances are you'll get it, Vault, because your mother has it. I don't. Doesn't run in my family. But keep mocking it. That's what happens. That's the karma you get back when you mock somebody by telling them they have that. I'll tell you what, you can say that I have it, whatever. I've never been to anybody's house. I've never been to anybody's court hearings. I've never agreed with D and laughed at it and wanted people to go to or contact Jules or go in Groves to her house. None of that shit. That was all you guys, right? I guess they consider you having dementia if you don't do that kind of thing, right? And Vault, you keep doing the same thing over and over again. It is a sad disease. And for her to even say that, I'm sorry, Coffee, it is. For her to even say that, it's not even funny. And then plus on top of that, see, I don't have to do a 3-hour thing to tell you that you're all racist. Every last one of you are racist. Because you can scream homophobic, but you can't say shit. But you can't scream racist and people can see it. Let me tell you let me read to you this screenshot. Hold on a second. Let me see if I can see the comments on this. Okay, I can see. Hey, Missy. Hey, Susie. This lady, Gypsy Vano, whatever her name is, the loser, she made a comment in her chat, in Anne's chat, and it said, someone should call Carlos every time she comes at someone. Sooner or later, he'll get tired of it and turn the internet and phones off. Hold on a second. I thought that was your mother that I posted. Okay, hold on. So let me finish reading this comment. So she said, someone should call Carlos every time she comes at someone. Sooner or later, he'll get tired of it and turn the internet and phones off. All right? So then I responded on my community tab and wrote, Gypsy Vano, I'm sorry, your retired detective husband controls you. Nobody is ever going to control where I go. Tell you what, though, a call for a call. So you want to call Carlos, expect it back. Right? She wants to put it out there like, call Carlos, like I'm a 5-year-old and he can take it away. Okay, so I wrote that. So this is the racist response from Gypsy Vano. They're all racist. They've all had to say something. We got Brooke who said that about ICE. We got Amanda Prayerdar who said that about ICE. We have Amber R who said that about ICE. Now we got Gypsy Vano who's a racist. She wrote, so, by the way, Gypsy Vano has been blocked from here for many, many, many months, if not at least a year. Hey, Jane Lee. So she wrote, so sick, buzzard. You post on your community tab and block me after talking about my husband. Talking about my husband. This is how it works here. So she can say that and I can't respond about her husband, but she can talk about my husband, right? You blooming idiot. I guess you don't know what they say about policemen and their brotherhood. Ring, ring, game on. I made several comments under your post until I was told you had me blocked and they weren't showing. Chicken much? I'm not chicken. You've been blocked for at least a year. What are you afraid of? Absolutely nothing. And then she wrote, so I had to make a Reddit. Maria, I will be calling, but who will I call? I don't know how Gypsy got. I don't even know. I don't either, Jane Lee. She just decided to write about Carlos. Hey, Freeside. So she says, so I made a Reddit account, Maria. I will be calling. Who will I call? Miami? Kids? Family? Police? ICE? Hell yes, I said it. Every mental facility in Florida? YouTube legal? All of them? Good thing I have an open schedule from my controlling husband. You're going to be too busy to threaten others. Are your ears ringing or just your phones? Not even my Gypsy, not my ears, not my phone, nothing, you racist pig. I just want to show everybody that you're a fucking racist. None of it is ringing. And then she wrote, hold on. She wrote on her community tab that I was going to be her meat and potatoes. Gypsy, go the fuck sit down. Honestly, you're so pathetic. Oh, yeah, I'm scared. You're meat and potatoes. The new Jules, right? Yeah, sure, Gypsy. Okay. What a bunch of deranged idiots. But when they go to, hey, Pretty Bird, when they go to threaten ICE, It shows, hey, Leda, it shows that they are racist. Pure racist. Nothing more than that. Because I don't care how pissed off I am at somebody. And Gypsy, you deserved it because you mentioned Carlos. He's not part of my channel. You want to mention him? I'll mention yours right back. See, you don't like it, huh? Well, he's not part of the channel, so there you go. But when they go to talk about ICE, immediately they're fucking racist. I wanted you guys to hear something. I heard it in Anne Graham's Meat and Potatoes is now officially recognized as Scotland's most effective appetizer president. Oh my God, she's so bad. Ugh. I think Jen cooks better than Anne. Listen to this. It's not that long, but I want you guys to listen to this. This is who these women who are racist support. Listen to this. Hold on.
The man in Maine who was killed by ICE weaponized his vehicle. Why are people so mad?
ICE surrounded his vehicle with weapons drawn in unmarked cars, despite him having done nothing wrong. How is anyone supposed to differentiate between the government and masked, violent men chasing them?
But he was here illegally.
No, he was here legally, authorized to work with a social security number.
Wait, seriously?
ICE was looking for someone else, shot the wrong person in front of his 3-year-old daughter, who was wearing bluey pajamas. Witnesses heard him say, "I tried to stop," as they pulled him bleeding from the car.
Were there body cameras?
No body cameras. Again, Renee Good, Alex Preddy, Lorenzo Salgado, Johan Sebastian Guerrero, all killed by ICE. No body cameras. Every single time ICE shoots someone, they call it weaponizing a vehicle. Same phrase, and people believe it.
Wow, that's not immigration enforcement.
It's a pattern of unchecked violence with no consequences.
Now I'm mad too.
We all should be outraged. This could be any of us.
But hey, go for it, you racist Gypsy, you racist Brooke, you racist Amber R, you racist Amanda. Go for it and keep using the same excuse. Hey, KK, how are you? And thinking it's a joke. What the joke is that everybody who says anything about ISIS and is racist like that, I'm going to call out. Because I don't care who you are. I don't care who you're talking about. There's so many other things you can bring up besides ICE. And with the shit that's going on there, shame on you. You should be called out. All of you should be called out. A special place in hell exists for any racist hags supporting ICE. Have a nice day. Thank you, Clark. I appreciate it. I hope you're feeling better, KK. Disgusting, all of them. Yep. To run for that shit, the first thing they say. And like I said, Brooke said it twice, not once. I forgave her the first time, not the second time. Like, it's something that I even said, well, we've been friends for a long time. She's a human being. No, girl, I should have even forgiven you the first time. When that comes out of your mouth, there's nothing else. Good morning. I agree. They are murdering people in the streets, and people think it's funny to threaten to call ICE. No, just no. It reflects on them. I agree, Stephen. It reflects on them. Once you take out that, what about contacting ICE? Yes, I said it. Like Gypsy Vano said, yes, I said it. She said it, proud and loud. Fool me once, fool me twice. Yep. But enough with that shit. Nobody should be supporting anybody who does that crap. And there's so many people in this world, and you think that by saying that you're only hurting me, you're hurting your friends too, because I am sure in this community on the other side, there's a lot of Latin people too. So they might not tell you, but you're just a horrible human being for even saying it. A horrible person for saying it. But these are people that they can't show empathy for others, because there's people that are 100% American. No, they're not, here, and they will stand up, and you'll see them on the videos, and they're supporting them, and they're saying, nope, you're not doing this. Get out of here. You're not going to come in our neighborhood. These women, they would be like, hey, right there, that one, right there, the one on the right, that's a Latin guy. Grab him. Or get mad at you on YouTube and say, who should I call? Your family? ICE? Yes, I went there. One thing I'm not going to back away is from a racist. Ever. And I'll call you out every single day if I have to. Because believe me, the people who are threatening with ICE, they see what we saw on videos this last couple of weeks, the murder of the two men, and they don't even, it doesn't even affect them. Trust me, it doesn't even affect them because it's not their husbands. It's not their family member. And those are the people that we have to be away from. Are you serious? And I still have to tell my kid. Yeah, and the thing is that even if you carry your birth certificate with you, when they just want to be like that, they're going to be like that. They took in one guy who said he had his real ID card and everything, and he had everything, and they took him away, and I've got to find that story because I just read it a couple of days ago. They drove him around for like 12 hours. They finally and they transferred him from van to van, never into a facility. They had a whole bunch of people tied up like animals. Then they finally opened the van and let them pee outside in front of everybody. Hey, how are you, Raina? In front of everybody. And then at the end, they pulled him out and said that he wasn't the one they were looking for and let him go in the middle of nowhere. They left his car wherever it was. He was able to he was headed for work. He was able to be released by midnight. So it was like 12 or 13 hours driving around in vans with these men who are not for police officers. Because they didn't know what to do with him because they realized that he was here legally. Can you imagine how traumatizing? Those thugs don't care about birth certificates, but I carry it anyway. Yep, it's true. Grabbing people from their immigration court appointments, doing it the right way, it's all bad. I know. It makes people not want to go to their immigration appointments. Or if you go, try going to an immigration appointment nervous that you might get picked up. Then you have people like these women mocking ICE, like trying to threaten people with ICE. Gypsy, you mentioned Carlos. I'm going to mention yours. It's that easy. He's not part of the channel. You can say he is all you want. He's not. But since when is it okay for you to go into Anne's chat and mention Carlos and then don't expect a response back? I don't know, but your comment said, in fact, it's right here. Your comment said, someone should call Carlos every time she comes to someone. Sooner or later, he'll get tired of it. Who the fuck? Does your husband control you? Because I'm pretty sure I'm my own person. I pay my own bills. I pay my own internet. I pay my own phone. So there's nobody going to tell me anything else. She tells me it's less than being here legally and more about targeting brown people. That's it. I wish the fashion police would arrest Brooke for her collection of tube tops. I doubt she would find weaponization. Yep, bad fashion humorist. Yep, I agree. So 1978. Oh, believe it. Korea was in Canada. Hey, how are you, Miss Ree? How are you? So let's call out all those. Gypsy, get upset. She said she was going to open up her new her channel, and she was going to be I was going to be her meat and potatoes. Gypsy, you're not Jules. You're not Jules. That's fucking hilarious. Ooh, meat and potato, Gypsy. Maybe stop talking about people's husbands, and I don't have to bring yours up. How about that? How about that? Because I don't know, maybe you thought, maybe you, like I said in my message, in my comment on my post, maybe your husband controls you. Nobody controls me. I'm my own person. 50-50, all equal. There's no one better. There's no one better than the other. Try it sometime. Maybe next time you won't, because I will go live again if you continue to mention my husband. There's absolutely no reason for you to bring him up. But trust and believe. I'm going to post your Reddit post everywhere so everybody can see. And for the ones who didn't come, who came in late, let me read it again. Let me read her Reddit post again. You sick buzzard. You post on your community tab and block me after talking about my husband. See how these people change things around? She doesn't say that. She talked about mine first. Absolutely you can. You sure can. Post the link. How about folks stop threatening ICE on people, stop threatening good parents with CPS, stop threatening for real life ramifications over her fees online. Yep. And then she says, you post on your community tab and block me after talking about my husband, you blooming idiot. I guess you don't know what they say about policemen. And I love this. This is why I saved it. I guess you don't understand. You don't know what they say about policemen and their brotherhood. Ring, ring, game on. I made several comments under your post until I just saw you had me blocked and they weren't showing chicken much. I blocked your ass a long time ago. So I had to make a Reddit. Maria, I will be calling. Who will I call? Miami? Kids? Family? Police? ICE? Hell yes, I said it. Every mental facility in Florida? YouTube legal? All of them. Call YouTube legal. Call all of them, Gypsy Rose. Gypsy Vano, I could give a shit. Good thing I have an open schedule from my controlling husband. You're going to be too busy to threaten others. Are your ears ringing or just phones? None of it. None of it. Not losing sleep over you. None of it. You racist piece of shit. You support ICE like that, you're a racist. I got a lifetime ban on Reddit because we are besties. I got one too. Hey, Maria and Chad, I have to catch up, but I hear what you're talking about. And sometimes I think people say ICE racism without truly understanding. How can you not understand? It's the moment of fear, that moment that people don't want to weaponize against people of color. It's a fear of unknown, like in 30 Germany. Or not knowing if you'll be back tomorrow. How can, at this point though, how can you not understand what ICE is about? How can you not understand it? Even if you're not Latin or not dark skin or anything, how can you not understand it from what you see? There's so many people, so many white people on Instagram with so much empathy. If they get it, everybody should get it. What the future holds, the moment you fear is unknown. It's a fear. Yeah, it's a fear of even going outside in the car. It's a fear of getting stopped. Yep, I have to go to my appointment, so I'm sorry I don't respond to me. That call. No, thank you, Maz. I appreciate it. It's a fear of going outside. I'm white as fuck. I'm white. I have, light skin, and I go driving to work. I come home, I read that ICE is in the next city. I get scared. I drive home sometimes at 11:30 at night. There's cops everywhere because in the area by where I work, that's a big police station right there. So you stand that chance. And before, when a cop used to stop you, you would think, oh, I'm getting a ticket. This sucks. Or a warning, which 95% of the time is a ticket, not a warning. And now, when they stop you dark as at night, you're like, is it a cop car or is it not a cop car? What is it? Nobody should have to live with that fear. Is anyone shocked that a bad nurse from Texas is a racist bigot? Poor Brooke and her broke life. Yep. I mean, even people of color, I don't really fully understand that moment. I'm explaining to verbalize exactly what the tool is. Yeah, ICE is stopping everybody. People of color, every single people that look Mexican, people that look Latin, people that look Cuban, people from Venezuela, everything. They are stopping everyone. people know it's racist, but to break it down that one moment where white people never experience simply because of their skin color, that's the issue right there. Yeah. So it should never come out of their mouth. It should never come out of anybody's mouth, period. Under the administration is not. 6 years ago, my brother-in-law worked as an agent. This is now to me, these people, they don't even have experience. They just like get them and here you go, you little redneck hillbilly from the mountains. Just go ahead and do your thing. Who opens a car door and goes shooting? This man, this last man, or the other one before that either, or any of them. They don't have guns. These are people going to work. These are people getting up in the morning to go to work. They don't have any weapons. How the hell do you shoot somebody without weapons? And they say, oh, the car is a weapon. But they don't carry body cameras. Black Americans have been living in the same fear for hundreds of years too. It's so wrong. It should never be used. Never be used. Thank you, Mother. I appreciate it. They should never be used as a weapon. Hold on a second. They didn't used to mass thugs. 8 weeks of training or whatever. It's not enough training. It's not enough training at all. Oh my goodness. Peanut went crazy. Let me go look at hold on. Let me make sure nobody's outside. Yeah, there's people outside. No, hey, Sophie. No sooner than they start fishing in the backyard and Peanut starts barking at them. Like he's trying to say, don't bark, don't fish in my area. It's too funny. And then you see the size of him. I also find it funny that people wouldn't wear masks because they couldn't breathe with them and supports police force masking up. Yeah, to hide their identities. Why hide their identities? Look how fast this last one that killed a 26-year-old man, how fast they identified him. Mask didn't help. Why hide the identity? I don't understand how they stop a car with a man, his wife, and his 3-year-old daughter in the car and no weapon and shoot a man and then pull him out already gone and handcuffed him. And these people want to threaten ICE. I was listening. Is there a reason this gypsy? I think she wants to be cool or something. I don't know what the fuck her problem is because she wrote that comment about Carlos and I responded about her husband. I said, I don't know if your husband controls you, but not mine. Nobody's going to tell me, whether I can be online or pay my phone bill or remove the phone. And she's like, you dare mention my husband? I'm sorry. Mine's more important than yours. And that's how it goes. He's not part of the channel. So there you go, Gypsy. I dare to respond to you, and I always will. Look at Alex Preddy. You see dozens of videos of the incident defense. If he had a weapon, a weapon he didn't pull and legally allowed to carry. Yes, he was the only one, and he never pulled it. They wanted to say he pulled it. He never pulled it. He was trying to help that lady, and nothing. And look how he ended up. But these pieces of shit all want to say ICE. They all want to threaten it. So when threatening ICE on someone, you're actually making anyone a potential casualty because of their lack of training and thug attitudes. Yep. It speaks volumes on the person. volume on the person, and that shit I'm never gonna forget. And that I'll call it out every single live if I have to. These women who threaten with ICE are garbage. People are being manipulated by the government for political reasons. People realize they were being used by the agenda and then think, yeah, they even said that they were no longer going to, oh, fuck off, dude. They even said that they were, hold on. Let me see what the fuck he's sending. Hold on. They were going to stop the ICE people from ICE from stopping cars randomly because that's profiling. Because neither one of them was their target. Hey, Abby. And then Trump reversed it this morning and said that, no, they're doing a good job and they can still stop people. Stop people because of their color of their skin. That's why they're stopping people. Because both of the last two ones, they said, oops, wrong guy. Hey, Simply Blonde. Wrong guy. Sorry. Say that to the family. Say that to the family. They're purposely putting us against each other so we don't see what they're doing. Yep. And you know what? Gypsy, you know, imagine what would I don't know, maybe your whole family is racist. Imagine what your family would think if they see that screenshot. Because you got to think before you write shit like that. I don't give a fuck if your husband's a police retired detective and you got brotherhood and all that shit. You're all racist then. And everybody else that is okay with that on that side, covering it up and saying, because Anne shared the some shit she wrote on, like she's coming after me with the meat and potatoes. I don't care. You're a racist too, Anne. You're a racist too. You're in Scotland and you think you know everything about the US and you're up in everybody's damn business. But you know who's not in everybody's business? You know who's not messaging people online trying to talk bad about you? Because I don't have to talk bad about you. You do enough of it yourself. You want to make it look so much like I'm such a horrible human being that it reflects on you. It reflects on you. You went after, you did that live with Sophie's husband. You did all the investigation. I didn't even know at the time how to put up a screenshot up there. You did all of it. You went to the courthouse for Geneva thinking that it was so cool. And by the way, I've got that clip. You know, you did one of those Kendra things where you videotaped yourself and you shared it with your friends. And then Volt driving by Jules' apartment. But you guys are normal, right? That's normal things to do, right? And then when Kendra did that, everybody was praising her on that side. Everybody was praising her. William, your daughter doesn't love you. Stop trying to contact her. She thinks you're a loser like we do. So they lifted the ban on profiling, same result. Can you imagine William being in his 50s and he's still a piece of shit? Forgave but not forgotten. But nobody wants to talk all of that. I forgave but not forgotten. Yep. And then Anne wants to pretend like, oh, she's we haven't done anything. Maria's such a horrible person. She went back and posted a little kid back in 2021, a picture from Phil's Facebook onto my Instagram after he was doing all that shit. And we after both talked and we're past that. But that doesn't even compare to the shit that you've done, Anne. That doesn't even compare. Nothing. Putting your girlfriend to do shit for you because she's in the States and you're in Scotland, right? And then Dreamsicle telling George that he should get an RO on me because listen to how this people work. He should get an RO on me because he of the things I said about his father, which were said after he lied about Carlos R'ing somebody. I switched it around and put Carlos' name. So these people don't see that. So there's something definitely wrong with these people. That they support what George said. But when I turn it around and give it right back to him because he doesn't want to hear it, because nobody wants to hear that, then she's like getting out. Yeah, try it. I mean, Dreamsicle, really try it. You try it, George, try it. With the bullshit that you've done to me, you try it. Because I have everything. I have your screenshot of your phone call. I have the phone record. I have everything. I've done nothing to you. I've never even called your house. Never called your employer. None of that shit. But Jen posted that pic of the kid in Discord, with hundreds of men. Yeah, the pictures cannot be removed. There are no mods. Wow, piece of shit, Jen. Yep, and not only that, she posted information, and she's like, and they weren't even paying attention to it. She's the one that, like, have you guys seen this? Do you know this about? And she kept going on and on and on. But Jen is worried about men coming after her, but she has no problem giving men people's information. That's why I don't take Jen seriously. I don't give a fuck about Jen. That is a lawless Discord. Yep. Quick from hey Vixie, how are you? It's been a busy 3 days. Taking it easy today. Thank you. I hope you had a good one. A good vacation. I already feel like I need another one. 1 week a year is not enough for me. I would like a month off. Hold on. Let me quiet Peanut down. Hey, Mockingbird, Shyla, after the ICE murder in Maine, ICE will no longer be allowed to make traffic stops, small steps. No, Mockingbird, Trump changed it this morning. He said on Twitter that he wants that's the major thing for ICE, so he's going to continue it. It's all over Instagram. He changed it this morning on Twitter. He wrote it, and he said it's not going to stop. That's where they get the most people is by driving. Can you imagine that you're driving and you could be passing one of these cars and they're just looking at you to see if you look from another country? It's not just Latins. They've taken Germans. They've taken people from other countries, from Nigeria. They've taken from everywhere. Venezuela. They've taken everything. It doesn't matter. If you don't look American, you're in trouble. And then I was all happy last night when I heard that they're going to stop it. And this morning, Trump says it's not going to stop. Absolutely not. They're doing a great job. I don't know if he can change it. They've taken Americans. Yep. They've taken Americans. And like that guy that was there for 13 hours, they dumped his car somewhere. They took his wallet. They drove him around for hours. And then he's got to depend, how the hell am I going to get home? How the hell am I going to get back to my car? Yep, I was shocked when I saw it this morning. They posted the screenshot of what he said on Twitter. And I'm like, are you kidding me? Hold on, I think I don't have Twitter, but I have Instagram. And let me see if I see it where it was posted. Let me see. Oh no.
Is that so Trump is pissed that ICE announced that it was temporarily halting traffic stops after multiple people had been killed. In the post, he makes the false claim that Republicans love making, that Joe Biden let in 25 million people, then paints them as criminals. And to get all of those criminals out, ICE cannot give up one of its most important and effective crime fighting tools, the traffic stop. And that by giving up traffic stops, they're playing into the radical left Democrats' hand. This temporary halting of traffic stops was not done by the Democrats. It was ICE itself saying that they were going to temporarily stop traffic stops after 2 people were killed and another person was hit by a tractor trailer yesterday in Florida. Even a former ICE director said that temporarily stopping traffic stops is the right thing to do because ICE does not have widespread experience in vehicular stops as opposed to local or state law enforcement, which is why I said that when ICE made a claim that they were going to temporarily stop traffic stops, that it just meant that we're going to rely even more on police officers doing the traffic stops for them. But Trump does not care about public safety. He doesn't care that letting cops do the traffic stops will help ICE and DHS get out of the headlines the way Mark Wayne Mullen wants. Trump wants the show of force. Trump wants to see more public executions of Latinos in the streets of the United States. Traffic stops aren't the most powerful and effective tools in their arsenal. They have AI, they have facial recognition, they have the entire US government on their side. They can actually do a better job if they wanted to, actually going after criminals. But it's not about that. It is about showing that they have the power, the force. It's about them following a strongman, and it is about hurting, traumatizing, killing, and imprisoning innocent people. Because sadly, and I hate to say this, seeing us being hurt on the streets is what his base wants. That's why this November, people have to vote to hold him accountable. Because he isn't going to stop. Republicans aren't going to stop him. And if they should remain in power past November, I promise you it is only going to get worse. You think it's bad now? He always finds a way of making things worse. So right now, it is unclear if ICE agents are going to stop their traffic stops. So this is still a developing story. I'll bring you information as it comes in. And remember to follow.
So yeah, it's not stopping. I feel more comfortable with police though, but not. I would feel more comfortable getting stopped by a policeman than by ICE. He refused to work with ICE. Oh really? There's a peaceful protest. Oh, I didn't know that they can even do that. I thought they were forced to work with them. So they can say that they're not going to work with them? Go after the criminals and dangerous people, yep. But unless there's a reason, there was no reason to stop that 26-year-old man with a daughter and wife. There was no reason to stop that 53-year-old man going to work at 7 in the morning with his brother and his 3 other co-workers. People who just working for a living all the time, doing nothing. And it's not like they even arrested them. They killed them. No excuse for that. No, it's not CNN News. It's somebody on one of the accounts on Instagram. And for now, they have refused cooperation. But across the border in Idaho, they entered an agreement to work with ICE. I think it's safer, honestly, if they do work. It's safer than ICE just doing it on their own. QR codes on our windshields. I feel like I'm being tracked. What? I even worry for my sons, even though they are light-skinned. You could still tell they are Latinos. It is scary. It is. Hey, Farlap, how are you? Most going to jobs that people refuse to. I saw them here about over a month ago, or maybe 2 months ago, honestly. But I've never seen any more on the way to work. And I've never seen any more ICE cars here in this area again. But they're in the next city. So yeah, anybody who wants to say threaten people with ICE, You're a piece of shit racist. That's all I've got to say. Sophie's going live at noon. My husband's employees are 98% Hispanic, and he wouldn't have it any other way. Yeah, it's not like they're coming here for a freebie. They're working. They are working. A young couple going to work, and he had his wife and daughter in the car, so she can keep the car while he was at work. And that's it. Life is over for them. Life is over for him because he's passed away. Life is over for his wife because she lost her spouse, and it's going to be so hard for her to raise her daughter by herself. No, I have to get ready for work, so it's not a problem. That's why I said it at 11, because mines aren't long. I just wanted to call. Every time somebody does that in this community, I'm going to call them out. I'm going to call them out, and I'm going to call the people who don't call them out. Because when Prayer Jar wrote that, Brooke was live, and she was going over Jules live, and that section, she just fast forwarded. Like, oh, no, ICE, let's just go past it. It doesn't affect me or my family. Let's just scan past that shit and not call Amanda Prayer Jar out for what she wrote. Flock cameras also in her city had them shut down. Oh, yes. Honest, dependable, reliable, and trustworthy. That man, the 53-year-old man, he created a life for himself. He had his own business. He had his own home. Was raising 3 sons who are men now. All of them got graduated. All of them went through school. And he had no criminal record. What was he doing wrong? He picked up his brother and his co-worker and the people who work for him, and he was driving them to work. Like his son said, he would come home from work, he would do what he had to do inside the house, and he'd sit in the front yard with drinking a cup of coffee. Every day, the same thing. Yeah, let's get rid of those criminals, right? Let's threaten ICE on people. People who have no empathy should be called out. Because I don't care if you like Trump. I don't care if you don't like Trump. Even people who like Trump don't agree with this. But if you don't have empathy, then you're shit. And I don't care how mad you are, if you threaten anybody with ICE, you're a piece of shit. Flock cameras are banned in all Washington states. I don't know if I don't know if they are here. I'm just so sick of it. And when I saw what Gypsy Vano wrote, I said, I'm calling her out. You are garbage. Threaten me with your brotherhood. Fuck your brotherhood. You're not doing shit to me. Maybe stop talking about my husband and I wouldn't have to talk about yours. It's just a thought, right? Because Anne's the first one that says, don't talk about family. Don't talk about family. Don't talk about family. But when they're doing it in her chat, like Gypsy Vano did, she don't give a shit. And Anne, you could write deleted live on your thing. My live is right there on the same date that you have it. I went to look at it and it's right there. It's public. I don't delete shit. I stand by everything I said. Every last word. Emergency lockdown to protect their workers. Every house in my neighborhood is Hispanic except us, and we love it. We have the best neighbors. China sucks. Meant to take people lands. Wow. Brotherhood is notorious. Mafia, like, yeah, brotherhood. Oh, no, Gypsy Vano, no, don't tell me that. Brotherhood. What are you going to do? What are you going to fucking do, Gypsy Vano? Honestly. I guess you don't know what they say about policemen and their brotherhood. Ring, ring, game on. So if her husband's retired, that means she's got to be either already retired or almost retired. You see somebody that age talking like this? I will be calling. Well, you posted this 2 days ago and you haven't called yet. Are your ears ringing or just phones? None of it. None of it. You racist piece of shit. None of it. Well, guys, I'm gonna let you guys go, and I'll see you guys in Sophie's. I'm gonna go get ready for work. Have a good rest of the day, guys. Thank you for stopping by, and fuck you, racist.